Next is effective communication. Effective communication is not just about speaking but also about making sure messages are clearly understood. By using clarification and verification, we can avoid misunderstanding. Clear and simple language makes communication more effective, while active listening helps build better connection. Managing emotion is also crucial to maintain a professional and positive interaction. When the skills are applied consistently, workplace communication becomes smoother, more productive, and leads to stronger relationships.
Next, effective speaking in the workplace. Speaking effectively at work helps communication, teamwork, and productivity. Preparing before speaking, keep messages clear, and listening actively make conversations smoother. Good body language and helpful feedback also improve interactions. Using these skills daily makes workplace communication more effective and positive. Next, case study of effective verbal communication in the workplace. Poor communication causes project delays and misunderstanding. The solution included: first, active listening and clarification, clear and simple messaging, open communication and feedback, constructive feedback. Results: collaboration improved, misunderstanding decreased, and the project were completed on time. Employees become more engaged and productive in present. Next, example of communication failures and listen well. Here are the 4 examples and lessons. First, project miscommunication, unclear instructions cause delays. And the lessons is bigger and detailed. Second, email ambiguity, fake emails cause confusion. And the lesson is bigger and specific. Third, meeting misunderstandings, speaking too fast cause confusion. And the lesson is speak slowly and allow patience. And the last, in the departmental breakdown, poor communication cause delays, and the lesson is communicate regularly between departments.
And now is about barriers to verbal communication in the workplace. I got 4 factors that can disrupt communication, and number 1 is about language barriers. In a multicultural workplace, difference in language can make misunderstanding among employees. And number 2 is cultural difference. Different workplace culture may influence communication styles, including greetings, tone of voice, or non-verbal expression. Number 3 is about emotional barriers. Work pressure, stress, or conflict between colleagues can affect someone. And number 4 is about physical distraction. A noisy work environment, open office space, or distractions from technological device can interfere with communication focus. And the last is about lack of clarity and precision. Unclear instructions or ambiguous directions can lead to misunderstanding. Next slide. And the next slide is about technology and verbal communication in the workplace. And there is for impact of technology on how we communicate. And number 1 is ease of communication. Platforms like Zoom, Microsoft Teams, or Slack facilitate communication among team members, especially in remote or hybrid work settings. And number 2 is reduce face-to-face interaction. Virtual meetings are sometimes less effective than in-person meetings, where body language and facial expression are fully visible. Number 3 is speed and efficiency. Emails and instant message speed up communication but can sometimes sacrifice important details that are better in direct conversation. And number 4 is potential for miscommunication. Text message in workplace chats often lead to misunderstanding, particularly if the message lacks details, explanation, or clear context. Next slide.
For example, example of verbal communication, especially in the workplace, the first is meeting, just like sharing idea and defining objective. Second is presentation and lectures, is like conveying expertise on a topic. The third one is conversation discussing topics, acknowledging sensitivity, and actively listening. And the last is public speaking lectures, speeches, and training large group. Okay.
for conclusion, verbal communication is an important human interaction that affects various aspects of life. Understanding the components, factors, and strategies of verbal communication can improve communication effectiveness in a variety of contexts.
Please, can you ask for a group one? Group two, please ask a question. Begin with Naya. Ask your question. Zaza first. Okay, Zaza first.
In the page that the usage of right words for audience in verbal communication, you mentioned the second point is the power of words. Could you please give an example from that?
What can make the difference between verbal communication and non-verbal communication? And can you give me example for that?
Group one, please answer this question.
Okay, I will answer for the Salsa's question. So it is using the forwards. The example of forwards is like when the CEO gives a speech, it's focusing on opportunities rather than uncertainties. So it's like using words like growth, new possibilities, and teamwork instead of challenges or reductions. So the wording it helps the employees feel more secure and motivated. So it's like giving the power by using some words.
Okay, I would like to answer this next question. So the difference between verbal communication and non-verbal is verbal communication use word, while non-verbal communication use body language. For example, if you want to greet someone, for verbal communication you can say hello, but for non-verbal communication you can just wave your hands.
Just like our agenda today's presentation, it is the one of the example of the verbal communication.
Happy to answer. Thank you for the group one. Please, after this, you may back to your seat, and I will tell the conclusion of this presentation. Please, thank you. Go back to your seat. We have two presentations today, so we have verbal communication and non-verbal communication. For the verbal communication, we know that they have a definition, which is sending a message with process of conveying a message. That's made of verbal communication, and they have a different language as a tool for communication, the thought and intonation that is important for verbal communication, also the speed and rhythm that might have impact if we do verbal communication. They have oral verbal communication for formal discussion, also presentation. And they have the question that how it will impact the verbal communication also. They also have categories, the uses of verbal communications, effective communication. Also, they have a case study. And for the last, they have the technology and verbal communication in the workplace. For the group one, group two, they have the definition also for the non-verbal communication, which is sending messages without using words. history of research, the first impression, posture, and include how we see it can influence the perceptions. Also, the way the people using the cloth can express their personality as a non-verbal communication. And also, they use some common types of non-verbal communication. And they also add example of non-verbal communication in the workplace. And not last, they have across cultures which describe how non-verbal communication is differently from each culture in each region. Okay, that's all our presentation today. Thank you for participating in this class and have a good day. I'm Muhammad Ridwan signing off. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.